There are stages through which mushroom production must pass through before maturity. These steps include sterilization and incubation. Wangare shares more on this.
Ndio jiko yetu. You cook it for hours and hours and hours until you're satisfied. Yes.
Mushroom seeds is also known as spawn. Spawn is a living fungal culture called mycelium grown onto a substrate. It provides the backbone to any mushroom growing operation. Think of it as the equivalent of seeds for a mushroom farm.
These are the mushroom seeds. They come in bottles like this. The mushroom seeds are called spawn, which are also prepared using cereals that have been boiled to killed so that they don't germinate, and then they are put that in a laboratory or very controlled condition. And so we buy this and we remove the seeds and we are able to put them in the bag so that they can continue. So entirely the bag will turn entire white, and we can go into the fruiting house so that you can see what happens after the mushroom has colonized the entire bag and it has started to fruit.
Wangare takes us to the fruiting house where she has the ready mushrooms.
So this is our fruiting house. It's the same as this one, but now this one was more efficient, so we decided to start doing it in the smaller unit. This is the fruiting house. It should be very well ventilated and cool. So you have to have a lot of moisture because mushrooms have high moisture content. It's also very good because you can see the size. I call it the size of a latrine, which means you can still produce so much mushrooms. If you have a spare bedroom, if you have a spare shelf in your kitchen, you can still be a mushroom farmer. So this is just to debunk the myth that you need a big space. We had this one, but it wasn't efficient. So we started building this one, which is semi-permanent, but we can still be able to farm our mushrooms. Yes, welcome inside. So after your mushroom has been in the incubation house for 4 weeks, you put it into the fruiting house. As you can see, it's like a fridge. It's very cool. The floor you have to pour water in the floor all the time and well ventilated. After you've kept it here, so after 4 weeks, you put it here and you start spraying water at it. Then the mushroom will start popping. While you're seeing the entire bag white, it means that the mushroom is full. It has already entirely eaten the substrate. You can see the grass, it's still there. It's just that it's already been eaten by the fungus, and now it will start popping. Why you find that after it rains, mushroom keeps popping up, especially in the forest, is because of that moisture, and then it dries. So you have to make sure that you keep spraying water to your mushrooms so that they keep being triggered to grow. We are going to harvest some today. How you harvest is you pick the entire mushroom and then you twist it. Then you pull. So like this one is already about 200 grams, and for 250 grams, we sell it for 150 bob. So like this is one punnet, 100 bob already, but as you can see, we still have some more, and they keep coming up. So you can't even say we harvest twice a week because they're in different stages. Like these ones, they'll come out in 2 days. Overnight, you find they've already mushroomed. As the word says, mushrooming means coming out of nowhere. You twist, pluck, so that it can continue producing more mushrooms. Mushrooms are very nutritious, and like human skin, they can be able to absorb vitamin D. So if you put this in the sun, it will get vitamin D, and when you eat it, it will go into your body. There are so many benefits, including high in zinc, which is helping people during this time of corona. So yes, become a mushroom farmer today. It's lucrative, it's healthy, it's good for your kids, and it's helpful for everyone. If you would like to know more on how to grow, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Farmer on Fire, and you'll get us on all the other major platforms, Farmer on Fire, and you can find us there.
Farmers must plan on how to sustain supply to their clients all year round, hence ensuring production is continuous. Wangare shares how she sustains production throughout the year. Mushrooms have a short shelf life, up to 1 week when fresh, but can last longer if dried. Let's learn on various ways that we can dry our mushrooms.
And we'll go inside and I'll show you my dry and how we do value addition of the same.
Mushrooms waste are a rich nutrient base that can be used in the farm.
Once you have harvested and you have seen that it's no longer producing as much as you want, you can put this, it's very good manure. You can use it as mulch. It's very good manure because it's already broken down. The plant can be able to take it immediately. Most of our tomato farmers really come and look for mushroom farmers because when they offload this, they can put it in their farms for fertilization of their farms. So it's very good. On the polythene bags, it's good to use the clear kind so that you can see when colonization is happening as the white is spreading out, and when it starts to turn black, you know that there is no more fruiting and it's time to throw away your substrate. This polythene is high grade, so it is legal. We are not breaking any laws, so you can find it in the shops in Nairobi. For more information on materials needed, we have ebooks that we can send. We do have Zoom calls as well, so some farmers can be able to get into the venture with ease.
Mushrooms farming is profitable as one can fetch up to 600 Kenyan shillings per kilogram.
This is about a kilo, which goes for 600 shillings. If we dry it, it goes for 500 shillings, and it can be ground to be put in people's porridge, hidden into foods so that people can still get the nutrition without knowing that they're actually taking mushrooms. It's tricks that mothers use for their children. Yes.
We get to see an alternative mushroom house which is made from mud.
Where I started, it's also a mushroom house. I used to use it as an incubation and fruiting house. So there is a way you can still find a way to mix it all up and make it work for you. But then after I've grown into the venture, I've decided to separate the incubation house with the fruiting house. This is very easy to make. As I said, I made it myself, just like a traditional house, and thatched at the roof to keep the temperatures down. The ideal temperature for mushroom is 22 degrees. So the walls have to be earthen or stone, and then the roof has to be, it can't be iron sheets. So when you make sure you're checking on that, you can be able to produce mushroom lucratively. Yes. So that is all about mushroom farming. As you can see, it's a very simple venture. 1 or 2 days of setting it up, and the rest you just wait for money to trickle in. It's something that you can do part-time, where you're still doing other forms of businesses or employment, and money is coming in at the end of it all. So it's a good side hustle. I have been happy with it, but most of all, it's nutritious. When I don't have my eggs, you can be sure I'm having mushrooms for breakfast. Why we chose this type of mushroom, there are 2 types: button, the one that is commonly found in the supermarket, and oyster, which is now also being seen in Naivas and all the other marketplaces. Why we love this one is because we could find market readily available where we are. People from western and from coastal regions already know this type of mushrooms and eat it widely from where they come from. So this is close to what they know. And so we can be able to sell it even to Boda Boda riders. Anyone, even in Kitengela, can be able to access and get the produce from where we are. We can sell at Farm Gate at 100 shillings. Because when we were growing button, we had to take it all the way to City Park, which was a bit, because you have to wake up at 3 a.m. So we looked at the market and determined this is the type of mushroom that we want to grow.
Indeed, mushroom is a farming venture worth trying as it is rewarding and it is less capital intensive and less labor intensive.